Time for the 49ers Rush podcast.
Because in the salary cap era, no team is without question marks. You have to pick and choose. And again, there's so many different team building methods and whatever. You have the Saints, who are just crazy with draft picks and salary cap. They're always push the chips in now. That's just kind of who they are. Even when they change coaches, trade up, pass, you're giving up first round picks in the future in a bad, quote unquote, bad draft for an offensive tackle and a wide receiver. They got a good offensive tackle, wide receiver, but yikes. You look at what's coming next year, and are the Saints a player away? They think they are. There's different mindsets. You have the Rams, who just literally F them picks. You have their head coach saying that, but whenever you have so many top tier stars, it kind of makes sense. They've got 3 to 4 years. Can they get another ring? That's what they're going after. And then you have teams that just don't really care, and they're just always just kind of, level playing field, whether that's the Vikings or whatever. The 49ers, they have their question marks as well. And they believe that they target premium positions, and then they allow the lesser, quote unquote, lesser position values to kind of sort themselves out. Safety, they don't value. Guards, don't really value. And that's where the biggest question marks come from. In my opinion, it's the interior offensive line. Guard, center, guard. There's 3 of them. That's rough. Now, the good news, okay, they have attacked these positions with depth, not money. There's no money invested at all. All of these guys on the roster are cheap. All of them are on rookie or restricted free agent deals. Whatever. Now, they got a lot of guys that they have developed or whatever else. But who's going to pan out? Okay. Now, left guard, and, I'll get a clip here to kind of break this up a little bit. Trent Williams was asked about Aaron Banks and if he's a different player this year versus last year. And then we're going to spend more time on center and right guard, because those seem to be the bigger question marks. It does seem to be that Aaron Banks is the starting left guard. Here's what Trent Williams had to say about him.
He's transformed himself, in a few months. And to me, that's indicative of a lot, not just a good diet and a good workout regimen, but it's mental toughness for a guy to be able to go in and change his whole body composition in, 90 days, so to speak. So Banks, his athleticism has always jumped off the board to be the size of a man that he is. But now, shedding 20 pounds, he definitely looks light on his feet, footwork looks 10 times better. His balance, his upper body lean, everything is in place now. And I think he's ready to take that big jump from year 1 to year 2.
Strong words. And, Trent's a very positive guy, and he's a vet. He's been around these guys, these Sades and these press conferences. He knows what to say. But hey, man, you take any positives you can get on Aaron Banks. You couldn't get any last year. Everybody bring up Aaron Banks, and it was just like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Plead the fifth, right? Now you've got people saying positive things. And yeah, Banks does look good. He looks better. That's exciting. That's awesome. So if we do assume he's going to be the left guard, all right, let's talk about the center and the right guard. Daniel Brunskill's going to be one. They want Jake Brendel to be it. They're selling that hardcore. But if it's not Jake Brendel, again, Jake Brendel, he's freaking as low a deal as you could possibly have as a free agent. You brought him over. Dan Brunskill, still restricted free agent status. Keaton Sutherland, right? Somebody that a lot of people don't know about. He was getting all the works with the twos through minicamp. We're going to be detailing him, where I think I just recorded. We posted 75 today. I've recorded through 70. The top, we started at 90, and the whole premise of our 90 player profile series is who's going to have the biggest impact on 2022, just this year, right? So we've done 90 through 70. 75 has been posted. There's four more coming out that we've already recorded. Keaton Sutherland's pretty high, and a lot of people, I would argue, nobody's talking about this guy. A lot of people don't even know who he is. We're going to tell you everything you ever need to know about him in our series as we keep going. But that's somebody that's not getting mentioned or talked about, in 49ers Twitter sphere or other podcasts. I know those podcasts are talking about, but that dude is, everybody wants to talk about Donovan West and Jason Poe, and I love those guys. I don't think that they have any chance at earning the starting spot or 53-man roster, I don't think there's any chance for either one of those two guys. Keaton Sutherland, I think he has a legit chance. So anyway, take that for what you want. Spencer Burford, they talked about him getting snaps. Nick Sakill, they talked about him getting snaps. So you've got 2, 4, 6, you got 7 guys that are fighting for that center job. That's a lot of centers. That's a whole lot. How many are going to pan out? I don't know, man. We'll have to see here. And so a lot of guys, and again, it's funny if you look at all the drafts of all these guys when they drafted them or brought them in. Dan Brunskill, he was a tackle when they brought him in from the AFF or AAF. I don't remember, but he was a tackle. Spencer Burford was a tackle. Nick Sakill was a tackle. Jason Poe was a guard. And so they've got all these guys on there that, they've kind of moved out. Anyway.
It's your boy Frank Gore. I'm listening to 49er Rush. Niners all day.